Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Excuse me before we answer. How they got moved. Kind of musical.
Somebody is playing a joke.
Wait a minute. No, that was so they wouldn't know our identity. You know? Oh,
I didn't put them out, but that's
so-and-so
the way they
said, no, that wasn't the one.
Whoever had Tom's though didn't want to be you.
I understand that, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to call this meeting to order at 6 o'clock. Can I get a roll call, please?
Michael S. Cashman.
Present.
Thomas E. Wood.
I'm here.
Maggie LaFave.
Here.
Barbara Heber.
We got a new person.
Charles Costick.
Here.
I am here, and James J. Coffey.
Resolution 47, approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
That's you.
Approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Yes.
So,
All right, I didn't know you were doing a roll call on that.
So,
I thought who moved? Who made the motion?
No one. I need you to read the resolution.
All right. Resolution 2020-46?
47.
47.
Approve the minutes of the previous meeting. First one.
Resolved that the minutes of February 6, 2020 be approved and the reading of the minutes be dispensed with.
Is there a motion?
so moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
LaFave, any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Is there anything for public comment this evening?
No.
I'm going to take a couple moments to explain a couple of the segments of the meeting for you folks. I'm assuming you're students. Okay, so we have 2 work sessions a month and 2 regular general meetings a month. This is one of the general meetings. Each of our meetings has a portion of it that is called public comment. It allows members of the public to come forward to present issues, concerns, questions, so on and so forth, okay? I'll try to explain.
Ideas.
Yep, ideas, some of the segments. And then at the end of the meeting, if you need anything signed, let one of us know, we'll be happy to sign your paper, okay?
I'm pushing for all students to have to speak during the public.
Nobody
They're like, we're not wanting you to get inside. Resolution 46, Imperial Dam on Saranac River.
Whereas the Imperial Dam is located on the Saranac River in Plattsburgh, New York, and is a Class C high hazard dam. Its failure may result in serious damage to residences and infrastructure such as the loss of human life and/or widespread economic loss is likely, and whereas Imperial Dam has a long history of serious uncorrected safety and habitat deficiencies such as ice buildup, which exacerbates ice jams downstream, impacting the city of Plattsburgh infrastructure, and whereas the impounded water behind Imperial Dam is not used for any hydropower, electrical generation, or industrial use, and whereas improved fish passage and improved health of the landlocked salmon fishery in the Saranac River would likely increase tourism and recreational opportunities within the city and town of Plattsburgh, and whereas the town board of the town of Plattsburgh received a presentation by Lake Champlain chapter of the Trout Unlimited on October 24, 2019 regarding these issues. Now therefore be it resolved that the town of Plattsburgh supports the removal of the Imperial Dam and the full restoration of the Saranac Rivers to reduce any threats to public safety, improve the recreational benefits to nearby communities, and allow full access of native Atlantic salmon to historic native spawning waters. And it is further resolved that the town of Plattsburgh joins and supports the efforts of the city of Plattsburgh as well as those of the Lake Champlain chapter of Trout Unlimited to remove the Imperial Dam.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
LaFave, any discussion?
It does mean that the next dam up, which would be Treadwell's Mills, would then be classified as a Class C high hazard dam, I believe. But either way, it's going to happen one way or the other.
It's actually a question that we didn't ask. What impact would it have on the other dam?
Agreed?
The only question I asked of Trevor, when I spoke to Trevor about it, Trevor basically said that the level of the river itself would go back to where it naturally was from the dam at Treadwell's Mills, basically all the way into the lake at that point. You know, that was one thing he did. He did not state that there would be any issues or any thoughts as far as Trevor also was concerned. I did not ask him either, though.
The only thing that I'll put out there is, I'll support this resolution to further conversation, because I think there's gonna be a lot more conversation in the public eye, for public hearing, and, I mean, I don't speak for the DEC, but I would be surprised that they, take on this initiative, but I think it is worthwhile that someone came forward, engaged us in multiple conversations, and it furthers the public comment period, so that's where I'm gonna support it, so. And
I would agree, Michael, and that really is where my support is. I mean, we obviously can't force the DEC to take action, nor can the city, but
Yep.
I think we should go on the record as to the feelings of the board.
And I want to thank you and Barb for, taking time to edit, the previous resolutions to, speak more to the town's voice too. That was helpful, so thank you. All right.
Well, there's always, and it's a good thing to help and support the city in this effort.
Seeing nothing further, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so does carry. Resolution.
Yeah.
There is no
48.
There is no 47.
Well, look
There's
at it.
249.
47 was tabled.
There's 249s, however.
You have 47 is the approval of the minutes.
I think we're at 48.
All right, we're gonna go, I'm gonna read the title, and number will change accordingly. Abstract 3A-20.
Resolved that the abstract of audited claims number 1A through 20, 245 through 318 for $160,437.37. Abstract 3A 20 through 2041 through 55 prepays for the amount of $976,980.09 be received as reviewed by the audit committee, and the supervisors hereby authorized to pay said abstracts.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Wood. Is there a second?
Second.
Caustic. Is there any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution 49, the environmental determination, Battlefields Memorial Gateway.
Do you want to have this read, or do we waive the reading?
We can waive the, if you want a motion to waive the reading, go straight to a vote,
Yes.
we can accept that.
I
There's-
wanted Kevin to have a chance to read what he wanted. All he's drinking is water.
Okay, LaFave has motioned to waive the reading and go straight to a vote. Is there a second to that effect?
Second.
Caustic, thank you. Is there any discussion? I will just add,
Yeah, go ahead.
that this goes over the environmental aspects to the Battlefield Memorial Gateway, which is the project that we're working on with the Clinton County American Legion. Yes, commenting.
Which is on the lake
Yes.
across from Claire and Carl's.
Claire and Carl's,
Okay.
yes. But there is no spilled Michigan sauce that we need to worry about, so.
Well, yeah, but you can get them and carry them over there.
All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Resolution authorizing title insurance.
Whereas pursuant to an order from New York State Supreme Court Judge Ellis, the town of Plattsburgh will be taking title to a parcel of land located on the Tom Miller Road in the town of Plattsburgh, having a Clinton County tax ID number 206.6-6-6, and whereas town attorney James Coffey has recommended that the town purchase title insurance on the property being transferred by the state of New York to the town of Plattsburgh. And whereas Liberty Abstract has performed the necessary title insurance on said property now, therefore be it resolved, the town of Plattsburgh authorizes Michael Cashman, supervisor of the town, to purchase title insurance in the amount of $1,042,000 for the sum of $4,017, and a copy of the invoice from Liberty Abstract is attached and made part of this resolution, and be it resolved.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, is there a second?
Second.
Caustic, is there any discussion? Seeing none.
This is for the Whispering Maples
Yes.
Mausoleum,
Yes, it is. Yep.
but I don't think anybody's gonna take, but we'll be safe, as we're told here from our lawyer.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does Carrie. Debbie, the original one that was under that number, I could see you kind of flopping back and forth. The vehicle is falling off the table for another couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's what I
So,
discussed.
I just
But the
wanted-
other ones, we still don't have numbers on. The
I'm just gonna,
47 and 48, so.
I'm just gonna keep going through to make sure so
No
as not to
problem.
confuse people.
Thank you.
Yep.
Catherine, I missed the comment for that one, but can you just explain briefly where the money is coming from?
Sure.
$400,000?
So when Whispering Maples as an organization basically finally gets collapsed, we're gonna receive some of the assets back to that. From those funds, we will be able to refund ourselves expenses that we've had, including Dave Fleming, et cetera. It's a significant amount of money, but it will come out of that. Anything left over will then go into the perpetual care funds. Yep.
That's the money that we got from the state, right? Can we get a special?
There was a special allocation from that, but the organization itself, okay, if they had any CDs, bonds, if they had anything that could be sold that was under the title of the organization will be split between our two municipalities and those funds, and there were some funds to be split between the two of us.
Yeah, because I remember when they first did it, they said, oh, here, you're gonna take this, here's the bank account, go, you know, you have to, here's, take it.
Fine.
And I don't think there was that much money in it at that time, right?
So at that point, whenever there was a contract or payroll, Connie's the one that signs that, our receiver. She's the one that do it, and that's why the receivership has been extended to, I think, was it May?
End of April, I believe.
Yeah. So we can finalize any of the bills that are out there. Once that's done, it will come to us. Request to attend active sludge water treatment process.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh Water Wastewater Department is required to maintain professional training and certification to operate the water and wastewater system, and whereas it is required by New York State Department of Environmental Conservation that the town obtain additional certified wastewater treatment plant operator certifications. This course is required as part of the certification progress. Therefore, be it resolved that Matthew Rabideau and Stephen Waldron of the Water and Wastewater Department be allowed to attend activated sludge wastewater treatment process held from May 11th to May 14th, 2020 in Morrisville, New York, and it is further resolved that $280 per person for lodging, $197 per person for meals, and $525 per person for course registration for Matthew Rabideau and Stephen Waldron be charged to the water wastewater budget, account number WS 1610-4410, and be it further resolved that copies of this resolution be given to Finance Manager, Water Wastewater Director, and one put in the personnel file of Matthew Rabideau and Stephen Waldron.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
LaFave, and then I'll go to Wood, and second Wood. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Say aye. Aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution, request to attend the New York State Assessors Certification Conference.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh assessor is required to maintain professional training and development, and whereas it is in the best interest of the town assessor to be updated and knowledgeable about new regulations regarding assessable inventory of property valuation, now therefore be it resolved that Brian Dowling, town assessor, be allowed to attend the New York State Assessor Certification Conference held on March 13th, 2020 at Paul Smith College in Tupper Lake, New York, and it is further resolved that $185, that includes registration fee, that it be charged to the assessing department budget, account number 1355.44 10.000. And it is further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and Mr. Dowling.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Bostic, is there a second?
Second.
Wood, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. So does carry. Resolution for dog control officer's vacancy position.
Whereas there is a vacancy for the position of dog control officer in the town of Plattsburgh, and whereas Kevin Patno, town clerk, has met with the prospective candidates Kaylee Mills and recommends her for the position, and whereas Kaylee Mills has expressed an interest in the position and possesses the skills and has the knowledge of agriculture and market standards, and resolved that the town board does hereby authorize the hiring and appointment of Kaylee Mills to the vacant position of dog control officer at a salary of $11,500 contingent on the background check. And be it further resolved that the supervisor is hereby authorized to sign all necessary documents for Ms. Mills' appointment with a probation period of 12 months. And it is further resolved that Ms. Mills take an oath of office within 30 days of this resolution. And be it further resolved that a copy of this, certified copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager, the town clerk, and one be placed in her personnel file.
Is there a motion?
So,
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
Wood, is there any discussion?
Were you able to talk with any of her references?
The thing is, she's been a dog control officer in the town of Champlain and Rouse's Point since 2014. She also services Keene. And bear in mind that this is for roughly 3/4 of a year. So she'll be taking over with 3/4 of a year.
But were you able to talk to anybody at those towns?
No, I didn't. I didn't talk to anyone at those towns. She did work at the sheriff's department for part-time for 2 days a week until her position, she decided to become something else. She's in real estate. And so it gives her a tremendous amount of flexibility to be a dog control officer. This way she works toward a retirement, and she has the flexibility to make money on the side as a real estate agent.
I'll probably help her while in real estate, bring a dog along, and everybody, oh, this dog, oh, that's nice.
But again,
Does it go with the house?
I've called her several times, and every time I call her, she answers. And it's not, I call her from my cell phone, I don't call her from the town phone. Some of it's just to see if she'll answer the phone. She does.
It might be a good idea just to call the other towns and if we're hiring someone, I think a reference check is a good step.
Sounds like a plan. If that's what you'd like, we can table this and I can talk to, get a reference, but I
Well,
think.
it says pending background check.
Mhm.
It's like pending background check and references.
Sure.
Okay.
So you want to add in references?
Include it.
Who made the motion?
Chuck and you, Tom, as a second.
I'm okay with putting it in.
yeah,
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so does carry. Resolution 54, Hebert subdivision, 2019, dedication of road and utilities.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh Planning Board has reviewed and approved the Hebert subdivision 2019, and whereas the developer of the Hebert subdivision 2019 has submitted a deed for conveyance of improvements to the town representing approximately 640 plus or minus square feet of new public roads, feet of public road, not square feet of public road, street lighting, storm drainage, and turnaround improvements, and whereas the town of Plattsburgh Superintendent of Highways, Building and Grounds Director has conducted and/or supervised on-site inspection of the constructed improvements and submitted letters dated November 21st, 2019, November 22nd, 2019 respectively, recommending the acceptance and dedication of said improvements and new road extension, and whereas the applicant has provided a check to the town of Plattsburgh in the amount of $9,089.80 for the cost of type 6 top coat asphalt to be installed by the town highway department within 5 years following the acceptance of said road. And whereas the applicant has provided a check or cash in the amount of $232.65 for the costs associated with the traffic control signs installed on Gillis Lane by the town highway department as detailed in the highway superintendent's signed schedule letter. And whereas the town planning and community development department has conducted an on-site inspections, reviewed the final as-built subdivision plans, coordinated with involved departments, and has determined the as-built conditions to be in compliance with the approved detailed preliminary plans, planning board conditions of the approval, and town zoning ordinance regulations. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby receives and places on file the town superintendent of highways and Building and Grounds Director letters dated November 21st, 2019 and November 22nd, 2019 respectively, recommending the acceptance and dedication of said improvements and new road extension. It is further resolved that the town board of the town of Plattsburgh does hereby, upon the final warranty deed being found acceptable to the town attorney, accept and dedicate 640 feet of binder-topped road identified as Gillis Lane as a public town road, and be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Plattsburgh does authorize the town planning attorney to review the said deed, and upon his review and acceptance, authorize the recording of the final warranty deed in the Clinton County Clerk's office, which conveys approximately 640 feet plus or minus of new road with street lights, storm drainage, turnaround, and other related improvements as shown as built survey map prepared for Gillis A. Hebert and Donna L. Hebert showing the 2019 Hebert subdivision. And be it further resolved that the town board does hereby authorize the energizing of the said streetlights which are located in the general lighting district, and be it further resolved that copies of this resolution, the documents referenced herein, be provided to the highway superintendent, planning and community development department, and the developer of Hebert subdivision 2019.
Is there a motion?
So
Some-
Dave Wood, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Resolution, highway request for town road closure. Debbie, do you get a copy of this one?
No.
I think I have one in the other room. Over here.
Whereas the supervisors received a letter dated March 5th, 2020 from Tim Dubray, Superintendent of Highways, requesting permission to temporarily post the following roads effective March 19th, 2020. Akey Road from Route 374 to the entire length. Bart Merrill Road, section north of the Jean Lefebvre Road intersection. Bradford Road from Route 374 going north to Route 190. Champlain Park, all entrances. Cliff Haven Community, all entrances. Durand Road, Jean Lefebvre Road, Trudeau Road, Kennedy Road, Robinson Road, Stafford Road, South Junction Road, Thunderbird Heights, all entrances. Woodcliff Drive and Walls Hill Road. Therefore, be it resolved that certain vehicles as described in the New York State Vehicle and Traffic Law, section 1660, be excluded from town highways and/or sections thereof listed in the aforementioned letter upon, 1, the erection of signs posting the respective highways or sections thereof, and 2, a notice pursuant to said section 1660 being published in the Press Republican. It is further resolved that the town board does hereby authorize and direct the town clerk to cause said notice to be published in the Press Republican in accordance to town law. And be it further resolved that a copy of the resolution be given to the highway superintendent.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Caustic, is there a second?
Second.
Lefebvre, any discussion?
For the dates, he said that 18th or 19th of March. Mine says the 8th, letter dated the 8th instead of the 5th, and then the road's effective March 9th instead of the 19th.
March 9th.
Is the 9th or
Should be March 9th.
March 9th?
Yep.
Okay.
Is when they potentially would start the process of putting out the post and such. And the reason for this coming tonight is they're trying to do, Timmy's trying to do it in concert with Beekman Town. They had a conversation with their highway superintendent and trying to get both of the towns to do them at the same time, so.
That's to keep all the heavy trucks off on when the spring when they're out.
Yep. Yep. All right. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
So does carry. Knowing of no additional reason for an executive session, I will look for a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
So moved.
Lefebvre, is there a second?
Wilson Dogs try to beat you on that one.
Is there a second?
Second.
Caustic, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, that's a wrap.